2 weeks ago, we started to talk about what about when you don't like a certain behavior that you do, a certain habit that you have, something that you're unhappy about yourself. Are you overly harsh on yourself? Do you judge yourself harshly? Do you berate yourself? Do you knock yourself down? Oh, how could I do that? I told myself 1,000,000 times I wouldn't do that. How do you react when there is some behavior that you have, not somebody else, you have, that you really just don't like about yourself? Do you find excuses for it? Do you rationalize? Do you minimize it? Do you exaggerate it? Do you compare it? Well, everybody does that. What do you use as your coping mechanism when you do something, when you notice, obviously it's only when you notice, that you are doing something that you are not too proud of yourself? So we're talking about staying in your lane. And staying in your lane means, it means being in your lane. In other words, and this is how we're going to segue into our main topic tonight, but we're just giving a review from last Mindful Mondays. Staying in your lane means when you know what your lane is, and the concept, obviously the basic concept of staying in your lane is when you're driving or when you're on the road, you don't go into somebody else's lane because you're going to cause an accident. You know, if you're going one way and somebody's coming the opposite way, you don't want to go over to the opposite direction because you're going to, like I said, you're going to collide. Staying in your lane is not just about driving, but that's where the terminology comes from. Staying in your lane means focusing primarily on yourself. However, what about when you're too much in your lane? In other words, when you're overly judging yourself, criticizing yourself. Is that called staying in your lane? Or is that digging really deep into your lane? So that's not really staying in your lane, is it? No.